This is the Hong Kong Trail Rockers podcast, and this is episode number 4. What we're going to talk about today on the podcast are the insane runs that we do. Today, for instance, we ran the Hong Kong Trail. It's supposed to be a 50-kilometer trail, but in reality it's more like 45 kilometers. 12 of us started on this run at 8:15 in the morning, and only 5 could complete. We're talking 31 degrees, 31 degrees temperature, but in the exposed parts of the trail, it felt more like 33 degrees. And we had water shortage parts of the run. I'm sure it was very tough on all of us. The 5 that remained, I asked them what they thought about the run at the very end. We met in a restaurant at the end. Everyone looked quite tired. I turned on my tape recorder, and then I asked them a series of questions. So this is largely an amusing conversation I had with 5 runners at the end of a long run on a hot summer day. Enjoy. So, Mr. Bogdan, today you have completed a 45-kilometer run. Is that what you have on your Garmin?
Yeah, I have 45 and a half.
45 and a half. So tell us, what did you think of the run?
I can't think right now, but it was a tough slog.
What was tough about it?
Very hot, man. Very, very hot.
What's the temperature today?
I have no idea, but it's about 30, right?
Okay, so what was the most difficult part for you?
I think the most difficult part was when we ran after the Tai Tam Reservoir around the catchwater. That was boring, hot, flat, tough.
Were you running by yourself, or did you have any company?
Well, I think we spread out by then, so we all kind of ran by ourselves, and that was part of what it made it tough, because you run by yourself and you just don't know where you are. That's the first time for me in this area, so yeah.
So give us some tips. What would you do different next time around?
I would not listen to certain people who say that there is water after 30 km.
And who told you that this time around?
That'll be you, my friend.
Me? That'll be Milos, not me.
Between two of you guys.
Yeah. All right. Where did you read that, on the website?
Well, that's water under the bridge, so.
Did you run out of water?
Yeah, I ran out of water after Tai Tam, so all the way to Dragonback, I didn't have any water. Yeah.
Would you be willing to go back where we started, all by yourself right now, if I gave you $500?
No, you're too cheap, man. Too cheap.
$100? No, not $100. $1,000.
For 1,000, I can do it. Yeah.
All the way back by yourself.
Yeah.
Cool. Next one around. So, Stuart, tell us.
Vince.
What did you like about the run today?
So on that run, I really enjoyed. Well, it's just nice being out on the trails here in Hong Kong. As I said, I've only been here 6 weeks, so it's just getting used to everything that goes on here, getting used to the heat, getting used to the hills, and just the tracks. Yeah, it's cool. It's good.
What was the hardest part for you?
The hardest part for me, it was actually just off the peak, but that's because I had to go and relieve myself in the bushes, and trying to run with a bit of extra weight on me.
Do you want to tell the listeners where exactly you emptied your bowel, so other people wouldn't have to step into it?
Yeah, it's probably about 5-6k after the peak on the way down to Parkview. So yeah, if you see like a little horseshoe off the trail there, there's a nice present for you.
Did you leave behind a nice stinky one?
I didn't get close enough to sniff it, but I can imagine it wasn't the best.
At this point, people will switch off from you.
What was the best part of the run?
Best part of the run? Just now, going down onto Big Wave Bay Beach. Man, that's beautiful down there. And I'm just looking at the water. I'm really wanting to just dive into it and cool down. But I got some serious chafing, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to react to the salt water.
Oh, do you have chafing in certain areas that you cannot disclose, or?
I could disclose them, but I've gone pretty low now already, so I mean, how can it get any worse?
Okay, so what advice would you give runners who want to do What do you have on your Garmin, by the way? Do you have 45 kilometers? Or do you
I
have
had 50, but I was kind of using this ultra track mode just to see, how it works. So it gives me an extra 5k, so I'll take that.
And what advice would you give runners who want to attempt something like this on a hot summer day?
Water. We were just working out, and I think I've got through about 7 to 8 liters of water on this run, which is an insane amount. But there's just no way I could do it without that much water.
Excellent. Now over to you, Mr. Pak Yin. Yeah, you tell us, how was the run today?
It was great. It was a nice first time doing the whole Hong Kong Trail.
And how do you feel?
Great. After finishing the run.
And what was the best and worst parts for you?
The best part would be at the very beginning, running down from the peak.
What was good about that?
You got a nice view because it was just the beginning of the run, so it was easy.
And what was the worst part?
The catch water.
Catch water.
Yeah, after the park wheel.
How did you deal with it?
Just keep running.
And did you stop at all? Were you running on your own?
I was running on my own. I was stopping every now and then, jogging a bit. Yeah.
And how do you feel now?
Now, awesome. Ready to go home.
Will you run all the way back?
No.
What if we paid you?
How much?
$500.
No.
1,000.
No.
1,050.
Hong Kong dollars?
Yeah.
You're a stingy man. End of interview.
Milos, oops. I just kicked our little thing over here. But you tell us, how was the run today?
Insane, as promised.
And what was the hardest part for you?
The catch water.
For pretty much everyone, it was the catch one. How did you deal with it?
I had to really slow down. I was feeling slightly dizzy.
Even now?
Now I'm quite okay. Just a bit the sunny part of catch water. Once I got into the shadow, it was manageable.
And how much water did you go through today?
Actually, not that much drinking, but a lot pouring over my head. Yeah, so I wasn't really thirsty at any point, but I felt really hot, and there is nothing to cool down from basically Mount Butler.
What was the best part for you?
The shopping at the supermarket at the Midway because of the air condition.
What did you buy?
Just some cold stuff to drink. And then that stream after Dragon's Back that I was really waiting for about 15 kilometers. Yeah, after that as you could see, I could run again for a while.
What was the worst part for you?
Yeah, the catch water, yeah.
Would you do it again?
Yeah.
Running all the way back to the peak now?
Yeah, maybe if I can find a taxi that can get there, yeah, I can get back. But yeah, I would do it again, but not next week.
But you're very pleased with the run?
Yeah, I'm pleased. Yeah, I'm very happy that I made it in the summer. Yeah, it's because it's 50% tougher than in the winter time.
What do you have on your Garmin?
Garmin, 45k approximately.
So you think the Hong Kong Trail is around 45k?
44.5, but we did a little bit of detour for the supermarket and shopping, so a few hundred meters there, but it's about 44.5.
So what we've discovered is that on the ultra track mode you've got 45, on the normal mode you've got 44. So the ultra track mode, the ultra track mode isn't exactly worth using if you want an accurate reading.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
What about now? Is it time to go home, eat?
No, it's time to have something cold to drink and to eat something, and then go home for a shower or find some shower here.
Excellent. All right, thank you. And thank you for listening to this episode of the Hong Kong Trail Rockers podcast. Please leave a comment or your feedback, and if you want to see any particular guest on the show, please let me know. I've got a couple of cool guests coming up, so I'm really excited about that. And any feedback you give me, anything you want to see on the show that's going to be different from what it is, please do let me know. Your ideas and your feedback would be highly appreciated. Thank you very much, and talk to you. You will hear me talk soon, and hopefully not just me. You'll have better guests on the show. Thanks.